Alright. Evening, lads. Or morning, afternoon, wherever you are. Evening for me. Wow, I don't really know why I'm addressing people. Nobody's really going to watch this shit. And, I don't expect people to, or, ask them to or whatever, right? Because that would be, well, I'm already doing this. This is a selfish thing already, right? So I can't really expect to drag people in like that. But yeah, back here on the park bench, overlooking the valley, looking across at the lights. And, I don't know, you probably can't really see much. It's pretty damn dark here. It's about 8 o'clock. But anyway, yeah, why am I down here on this mild Monday winter, talking a load of shite again? I think, I'm doing something a little different here. Never really done this kind of thing, but I've been thinking a lot. If I upload this or something somewhere, the title would be something along the lines of what does being just a decent person, or what is the experience of today of just being a decent person, what does that get you? And I have emphasis on the use of decent. I don't really think that I'm a quote good person, I don't think I've done incredible things or really enriched people, but definitely, I don't commit crimes either. I don't harass people. I'm try to be respectful to people that I can respect, and stay out of the way of the business of people who are less and just don't want nothing to do with me, right? But anyway, well, here's the thing. It's just that I don't know. I feel you're just a decent, normal, just everyday kind of guy, and you're just trying to get by. I feel like it used to just be that you were that, and you were just you were invisible in a way, which is, not ideal, but it's kind of how it was. But now, I can't even say that you're invisible. It's almost like people are genuinely so out to get you, people, if somebody didn't like you back in the day, they would stay away from you. They want nothing to do with you, right? But now, not only do people come after you, and people will, harass you, and I've been in more and more every sort of passing months, people will cross the street to come over and talk shite to you. People at my education I've been accused of so much stuff that I couldn't even dream of doing, and it just seems that people are really, really just dying to get you. And that's the thing, you're not really invisible anymore. You're hated, and those people that hate you and go after you, not only are they not, facing any kind of consequence for that, especially the things that I've been falsely accused of, which, like I said, I could never dream of doing. I'm talking some proper serious stuff. Some people really want me ruined, and they don't face any consequence, but they are also they're encouraged. They benefit from it. There seems to be this kind of culture or zeitgeist. People around my age. I'm talking early 20s to sort of maybe coming out of your university years, where not only do you have to be above people, but you've got to push the other people down, and I just can't wrap my head around it. And that's kind of what I mean. What does being a decent person get you nowadays? Well, back then you would be invisible. You'd miss out on a lot of stuff if you were just sort of run-of-the-mill, not hyper popular kind of guy, or hyper loved, or people like to be around you, but also you weren't, nobody really had a massive issue with you now. But now, when you're that type of guy, which I didn't always used to be, I think I was, earlier years in school and stuff, I was kind of just more towards people had no issue talking to me or whatever, and I would, go, there's, a bit of banter, obviously if you're a lad, you have beef with people, obviously, sometimes, but it was never really this kind of serious, people are out to get you. People, I don't know how to put it into words really, but people genuinely seem to want to ruin your life, not just for, to kind of keep you down and to it's almost like, you know, it's the whole crab in the bucket thing. People are out to not just be better than you, but to push you down. And, you know, and I as well, I don't know how it is in other places, but where I live, a very common thing, I want to say this has been ramping up since the last 2 years or so, is like, okay, all my life I've been kind of, like, I'm a short guy. I'm like meme short, right? I'm like 5'3" or something. I don't fucking measure myself, because I never really cared about that, right? And all my life, like from like 4 years old going into school, people always made fun of you for that, right? But it was like, you know, just banter, like, you're a midget, you're a dwarf, whatever, and like, you know, this sounds fucked up, but it's kind of like, you know, people make fun of the fat kid, people make fun of the short kid, whatever, like, that's stupid kid shit, right? But bunch of just banter shite, right, that people grow out of. But no, like I was kind of saying earlier, like, people cross the street, you know, people like sort of sight me, you know, not gangs, like people, like, you know, groups of people around my age that are kind of, you know, walking around, you know, talking shit with their mates, going somewhere maybe. They'll cross the road and sort of like I had this scenario about 2 weeks ago maybe. I was going around town and these guys surrounded me in like a semicircle. This was just a wee bit after Christmas, so more than 2 weeks probably. And, you know, they gave you that kind of like, you're, you know, Santa's elf, as Christmas is over, go on home, you fucking midget and all that. This wouldn't faze me back then, because I knew that this was just, you know, kid banter shite that people grew out of. But these were adults. These are people in their early to mid-20s, you know, similar age to me, doing this kind of thing. And I don't know who these people, I've never seen them in my life, I don't know the name, they never see me, but everybody around, you know, none of them, that's what I mean, like, they were rewarded for it. People laughed. I'm pretty sure one of them was filming, so I'm probably up there online somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised, right? I mean, I'm recording right now. Everybody has these fucking nightmare rectangles that can capture your whole life. But, look, I'm not trying to get some, like, sympathy or pity or something because I get fun of for being a fucking dwarf, right? You know, like, that's whatever, but it's like people, especially in education nowadays, if you're like a guy that tries to keep his head down, like, and just do your work, I don't really try to interact. I the first years or so at university, yeah, I tried to, you know, make friends with people, but like, I was very quickly, I realized that, these people are kind of treating me a bit unfairly, and I just want nothing to do with them. And then I very quickly became like a kind of pariah, and from then on, you know, I think I got that reputation as like, this is kind of a very American thing. We didn't really have this in like my school, kind of, but I'm sure anybody, maybe mainland Europe and like America and whatnot, you know, those kind of more places where people are actually from, right? But the kind of weird kid stereotype, I think I kind of got unwillingly placed into that in university. And well, it turns out that nowadays the weird kid isn't just left to be the weird kid. There are, well, people have accused me of stuff and reported me, and I've been in office meetings and stuff like that, and that's really what being a decent person gets you, you know. You can stare at people's way when they don't like you. You can try to be nice to people who you think you have a bit of rapport with, try and be respectful. I'll always, if somebody asks me a genuine question or tries to, you know, interact with me or whatever, I'll try to be as cordial and decent as I can. I'm not perfect, like I said. I don't think I'm good, I don't think I'm bad, I'm just decent, and I'm just trying to get by. But people want to like weed that out of you, you know, and it's like they just, if anything, it's kind of like you're just being walked all over, you know. And maybe that's partly my fault. Maybe I should have a more domineering or a more kind of, how would you say, maybe more commanding presence. But I don't know, I can't put myself in that position because I just don't think, that's just not me, you know. But yeah, I've been just rambling madly about a load of shite. I didn't think this would get so personal, to be honest, because it wasn't really meant to be about my experience or, you know, specific to what I go through. But you know, if maybe, God forbid, somebody is watching this and you have a sort of similar experience, I don't know, have you been just not only cast aside and sort of treated, it's almost like they don't see you as human, you know. It's really, I don't know, the bottom line is, being a decent person now, you used to be, back then you were invisible. Now, it's almost like you're invisible to the people who you think you could have, you know, a good rapport with, a good relationship, something like that. And you're completely exposed, you know, like infrared sighting to people that want to take you down, the people that want to, honestly, I'll just ruin your life. That's how it is. And yeah, it's just a bit of a shock, because I really thought people would grow out of this kind of thing, but it's gotten worse. And it's gotten to the point that, yeah, you're genuinely, your career, your reputation is at stake. Yeah, that's about it. I don't know what else to go off of here. I think I've already gone too much, but yeah. Maybe this will get recommended to somebody at like 4 a.m. or something, and I'll watch it. Yeah. Keep being decent, lads. It's not a bad thing to just be a decent fella, decent lad, and yeah, just take care of yourself. Try not to let it ruin you as much as it's done to me, and yeah, have a good one, lads.